Our first dog today is one that has been on the show before. If you follow our social media at all, you probably saw that Torque got adopted, and unfortunately he got returned to us. And you know, it's always sad, but we would prefer that the animals be returned to us rather than going to maybe an unsafe home or a different shelter rescue organization, so that we can make sure that we're putting Torque in the best possible home moving forward. So Torque, as we do more and more things with the animals, we get to know them a little bit better. Torque is a 5-year-old pit bull mix, and he is deaf, which isn't a very big deal, but it does mean that you'll have to handle and interact with him a little bit differently. Using visual cues is going to be really important with him, making sure that you don't startle him. Of course, is also key. While he's sleeping, we don't want him to react out of fear because he's been startled. What we learned recently when we took him to an event is that Torque is a little too interested in cats. So we're now making him a dog that cannot go to a home with cats because he's not easily deterred from them, and he can't hear you, so it makes it even harder to distract him from something that he's very interested in. He is also a very, very strong dog, which is part of the problem that landed him back here again. You want to make sure that you can handle him. He weighs 71.5 pounds, and because he can't hear you, it's hard to kind of get his attention to rein him back in a little bit. So you do want to make sure that you can absolutely handle walking him, things like that, so that it doesn't put you in a bad situation and it doesn't put Torque in a bad situation either. But other than that, he is an incredibly affectionate dog. I had him out at an event. Every time somebody walked up, first thing he wanted to do, he sat down and he just licked their face. So he is very affectionate. He loves attention. He loves to be petted. But you just have to make sure that you can handle his size, his strength, and that you are willing to work and adapt with his deafness. He has had all of his vaccinations. He's current on all of those things. He's had all of his preventatives. He's been microchipped. So he's ready to go. He just has to find that perfect family. Again, we want everybody who is in the home to visit with Torque or any animal that you're looking to adopt, just to make sure that everybody can handle him and interact with him, and there's not going to be any issues there. If you have another dog, it is highly recommended that you bring your dog in to meet with any of our adoptable dogs, just to make sure that that's going to be a home situation that you can at least work with. It's not a process that's going to be instantaneous, as we've mentioned with some of the other animals today, but you do want to make sure that it's a process that you can work with in the end. If you are interested in Torque, because he's a senior dog at 5, he will be going home for an adoption fee of $72.50.